Hello friends, welcome to Abhidhamma course part 5. So far we have seen there are 54 Kamavachara Chittas, and out of that we have seen 12 Akusala Chittas. And now today we'll see Ahetuka Chittas or rootless consciousness. So let us see the notes first, then I'll explain all these things. There are Ahetuka Chittas or rootless consciousness, total 18. And here Hetu means Mula or cause or root or conditions. And Akusala Hetu means unknown, unwholesome roots, that is called Lobha, Dosa and Moha. I'll explain it later. And there are Kusala Hetu also, that is wholesome roots, Alobha, Adosa and Amoha. Then consciousness without root is called Ahetuka, with root is called Sahetuka Chittas. And there are total 18 Ahetuka Chittas classified into 3 groups. They are first Akusala Vipaka Chittas. There are total 7 Chittas and is translated as unwholesome resultant Chittas that arises as the inevitable results of Akusala Chittas. Then the next is second one is Ahetuka Kusala Vipaka Chittas. There are total 8 Chittas and is translated as wholesome and rootless resultant Chittas that arises as the inevitable results of Kusala Chittas. And the third one is Ahetuka Kiriya Chitta. There are total 3, that is rootless functional consciousness. Vipaka means karma result, Kiriya means just functional or Kriya. Vipaka Chitta and Kiriya Chitta are karmically neutral, ineffective, so they produce no karmic result. So now let's see Akusala Vipaka Chittas. There are total 7 Chittas. It is also called Abhyagata Chittas. So we can see the symbols here. Minus Chakvinyana, Soda minus Gana, minus Jihva or this symbol, and Kaya, and minus Sam, minus Thi. So I'll explain all these things. The first one is the minus symbol denote Ubeka Sahagatam. CAK means Chakvinyanam, and it is translated as I consciousness accompanied by indifference. And the second one is Ubeka Sahagatam Soda Vinyanam, or ear consciousness accompanied by indifference. And the third one is Ubeka Sahagatam Ghana Vinyanam, and the translation is nose consciousness accompanied by indifference. And the fourth one is Ubeka Sahagatam Jivva Vinyanam, or tongue consciousness accompanied by indifference. And the fifth one is Dukkha Sahagatam Kaya Vinyanam. This symbol is Dukkha Sahagatam, inverted the triangle. Dukkha Sahagatam Kaya Vinyanam, that is body consciousness accompanied by painful feeling. And the next one is sixth one, Ubeka Sahagatam Sampadichana Chitta, or receptive consciousness accompanied by indifference. And the seventh one is Ubeka Sahagatam Sandhirana Chitta, or investigating consciousness accompanied by indifference. So these are the notes, and I'll explain it now in detail so that you'll get a clue of what is this all about. So let us go to the video. Hello friends, welcome to Abhidhamma part 5. So far we have seen there are 54 Kamavachara Chittas, and out of that We have seen 12 akusala chittas. So far we have discussed it. Now today we are going to discuss ahetuka chittas. So there are total 18 ahetuka chittas and we are going to discuss about that. Ahetuka chitta means rootless consciousness. Hetu means root. Ahetuka means rootless. Chittas means consciousness. So what are these hedus? Our own mind, when it arises, there will be some hedu or root accompanied by that mind. So that is called hetu or mula or cause or root or conditions. These are the conditions that is conditioning the mind. For example, some mind is arising, and what is the accompanied root? As per that, the mind changes. So it can be two type of mind. First is akusala hetu or unwholesome roots. And there are three unwholesome roots, that is called lobha, dosa and moha. We have seen in the akusala chittas, there are 12 akusala chittas, and we have seen this. When there is lobha or craving, dosa or aversion, or moha or ignorance, then whatever that mind arises, if the root is such unwholesome things, then our mind is akusala chittas. That means it produces bad result, and it always produces bad result and will give unpleasant sensations, and it's also give unpleasant results in our life. So we should always try to see what is the root of our mind. For example, if there is craving, aversion and ignorance in our mind, then we should immediately change it to the other side. Then otherwise we are going to have lots of problems. So that is called akusala hetu, unwholesome roots. And the kusala hetu means wholesome roots. Wholesome roots means the opposite of akusala hetu. There is alobha, adosa and amoha. There is no craving. There is no aversion, that is adosa. There is no ignorance or illusions, that is called amoha. So there are two type of chittas, chittas with kusala hetu and chittas with akusala hetu. We should always try to avoid chitta with akusala hetu or unwholesome roots. So whenever there is craving and aversion and ignorance in our mind, immediately we should understand that our mind is not good. It is unwholesome, and it give unwholesome results in the future, and will give pain in the future, and we are creating our own bad karmas. So we should understand that, and we should change into kusala hetu. When there is craving, we should try to come out of craving. We should try to come out of aversion. We should try to come out of ignorance. How can we do that? By constantly mindfulness, being mindful about our activities, day-to-day activities. If you are mindful enough in all the activities, there will be no unwholesome chitta can arises. The moment we find that there is craving, the moment we find that there's an aversion, the moment we find that there's an ignorance, then immediately we should try to change it to kusala. Then no craving, no aversion, no ignorance. So in this ahetuka chitta or rootless chittas, there is no root. It is neither kusala root is there, neither akusala root is there. That means there is no unwholesome root also, there is no wholesome root also. So without root, it is called ahetuka chitta. So now you might have understand, there is no root, so it can't give any result also, because the result will be getting as per the root. For example, if our mind is having lot of unwholesome root like craving, aversion as well as ignorance, then we'll have bad result. If our mind is having some wholesome root like non-craving, non-aversion and non-ignorance, then we'll get always good result. But here there is no root is there, so it is this type of chitta does not produce any kamma. That is the most important things. Ahetuka chittas, this 18 ahetuka chittas never produce any kamma. It doesn't produce any wholesome kamma. It doesn't produce any unwholesome karma. It is always abhyagata, or we can say that it is indeterminate. That means we can't explain whether it is good or bad. So that is called abhyagata or indeterminate. We can't determine the action of this type of mind. So actually it is ahetuka. So 18 ahetuka chittas are divided into three groups. The first one is akusala vipaka chitta. The second, there are total 7 number. Then the second one is ahetuka kusala vipaka chitta. There are total 8. And third one is ahetuka kiriya chittas. That is total 3. So first of all, let us see akusala vipaka chittas or unwholesome resultant chittas that arises as the inevitable results of akusala chittas. There are total 7. You have seen the symbol. Here, what is akusala vipaka chitta? Akusala means unwholesome, not good. Vipaka means resultant. So we did something in the past that is unwholesome, and due to that unwholesome karmas, whatever arises at this moment, whatever the result we are getting at this moment, that type of chittas is called akusala vipaka chitta. Actually, the chitta is not akusala, but the earlier deed we was akusala, and the resultant that we are getting is ahetuka. It is also neutral. So akusala vipaka chittas means we did something wrong in the past, we did some akusala or unwholesome deeds in the past, and due to that some resultant, vipaka means resultant, out of that some results are coming, that is called vipaka. So whatever that resultant chittas are arising due to our akusala karma, that is called akusala vipaka chittas. So there are total 7 akusala vipaka chittas. And we have seen that symbol also. For example, that minus symbol is called upekha, that means neutral. So there are total 7 akusala vipaka chittas, and they are: first one, ubeka sahagatam chakku vinyanam, or eye consciousness accompanied by indifference. That minus means indifference because it is neutral. We don't like it or unlike it. Chakku vinyanam means ubeka sahagatam. Ubeka means neutral, sahagatam means together. Chakku vinyanam. Chakku vinyanam here means, chakku means eye, vinyanam means consciousness or eye consciousness. For example, when we see an outside object, first of all, this vinyana arises or the eye consciousness arises. For arising the eye consciousness, 3 things are necessary. First of all, our eye base should be there. Eye base means our eyes should be there, and the object should be there, and light should be there. If the 3 conditions are right, then only this chakvinyana arises. For example, the eyes are there, but there is no form outside or there is no light outside, then chakvinyana cannot arise. So, for arising this chakvinyana, there is some object should be there, visible object should be there. So when we see that whatever vinyana arises, it is called akusala vipaka chittas. That means upeka sahagatam chakvinyanam. That means that whatever akusala chittas, the resultant will be akusala vipakas. For example, we did something in the past that is akusala or unwholesome, the resultant also will be unwholesome. It is not the chakku vinyana is unwholesome, because the deed we did in the early time, that is unwholesome, and due to that this chakku vinyana arises. Chakku vinyana means eye consciousness. And the second one is ubeka sahagatam soda vinyanam, ear consciousness accompanied by indifference. Here is also the same things. When we hear something, soda means hearing, vinyana means consciousness, ubeka sahagatam with neutral feelings. Whatever we hear, whatever that consciousness arises, that is called ear consciousness accompanied by indifference. Then the third one is ubeka sahagatam ghana vinyanam, that means nose consciousness accompanied by indifference. For example, when we are smelling something, then there will be some nose consciousness. Ghana means nose consciousness. Vinyanam, ghana vinyanam means nose consciousness. Ubeka sahagatam with indifference, accompanied by indifference. Then the fourth one is ubeka sahagatam jiva vinyanam. Jiva means tongue. Then the meaning is tongue consciousness accompanied by indifference. When we taste something, we get the vijnana of tongue consciousness we get. So that is called jiva vijnana. And the fifth one is dukkha sahagatam kaya vijnanam, or body consciousness accompanied by painful feeling. Kaya means here body, vijnanam means consciousness. So dukkha sahagatam means with painful feeling. Sahagata means accompanied by painful feeling. Then the next one is ubeka sahagatam sambadichana sittam, or receptive consciousness accompanied by indifference. Here sambadichana means receptive consciousness accompanied by indifference. And I'll explain it later what is this sambadichana chitta. And the seventh one is ubeka sahagatam sandirana chitta. Sandirana means investigating consciousness accompanied by indifference. That's also ubeka sahagatam, with neutral feeling. The first 5 things are called panchavinyana. Panchavinyana means we have 5 senses, and due to these 5 senses we experience the outside object, and due to that the vinyana or consciousness arises. That is called panchavinyana. It can be chakku or eye, soda or ear, ghana or nose, jiva or tongue, kaya or touch or skin. So these are the 5 pancha vinyana. So these are also called pancha vinyana, and it can be 2 pancha vinyana. That means when the wholesome result arises, this pancha vinyana will be wholesome resultant. For example, we did something in the past that is good, so whatever result comes now, it will be good, so it will be wholesome. This 5 pancha vinyana can be wholesome as well as unwholesome. How unwholesome? When we did something bad in the past, and due to that the resultant come, this vijnana arises, it can be unwholesome. So we did something good in the past, so whatever the vijnana arises, it will be the resultant of that good vijnana, and this wholesome. And we do something bad in the past, and due to that whatever result arises now, it will be unwholesome. So there are 2 type of vijnana. Pancha vinyana means 5 consciousness related to our 5 senses. It can be also termed as dvi pancha vinyana. Dvi pancha vinyana, dvi means 2. Pancha vinyana means 5 consciousness. It can be wholesome, it can be unwholesome. If we did some wholesome deeds, the pancha vinyana will be wholesome result, and if we do unwholesome deed in the past, the resultant pancha vinyana will be unwholesome. So that is called, it is called dvi pancha vinyana. And the 6th one is ubeka sahagatam sambadichana sittam. So what is this sambadichana? So it needs a bit of explanation. The sambadichana as well as sandirana need a bit of experience, a little of explanation. For example, our body, it is made of subatomic particles. In a fraction of a second, billions and trillions of atoms arises and pass away. Our body is nothing, just mere vibrations. So our body is vibrating every moment, and the little tiny object that vibrate, it is called Attakalaba, or in the past it is called Attakalaba, or one Rupakalaba. That means our body, it is ultimately made of subatomic particles, and arises, passes away with great rapidity. So in a fraction of a second, for example, in an eye wink, our body arises millions and trillions of times. It arises and passes away, arises and passes away. It's just a mass of flux or flow. We can say it's just an energy flow. In deep meditation, we can see the energy flow with our inward eyes. For example, we'll see only atoms, all dancing energy, full of atoms. It's coming and going. So fast it is happening. So at that time we'll understand that there is no I, there is no mind. It is only a mass of energy. Particles are moving around, and we just see that. And we can also see this Panchabhuta, or 5 great element, we can see within our body when we do deep meditation. Our mind moves 17 times faster than the body. For example, when Dhruva, one or foam atoms arises and pass away, During that time, 17 Chittakshana or 17 mind movement arises and pass away. The body arises and dissolves in a great rapidity, but the mind arises and dissolves much more than the body. For example, one Dhruva Kalaba or the one body object that when arises and pass away, around 17 mind movement comes and goes. It is called a cognitive series. For example, when we see something outside, there is some processes going on the mind. So that is called cognitive series, and we'll study about this later when we study about Chitta Vidhi or the cognitive process, how the mind is working, what is the ultimate way of mind working, that we'll see there. But let's see now here. For example, we are seeing an object, visual object outside with our eyes. So there are series of things are happening within our mind. First thing, the moment the visual objects strike our eyes, Panchadwara Vijnana arises. Panchadwara Avajjana. That means our mind adverts these five senses to the object. So the first chitta arises is Panchadwara Avajjana Chittas. Our mind adverts these eyes towards the external object, to the form, that is called Panchadwara Avajjana. Then arises Chakvinyana. Then we see, then the see means then the consciousness of that form arises, that is called Chakvinyana. Then called Sampadicchana, that is what we saw in the sixth one, Ubeka Sagatam Sampadicchana Chittam. Sampadicchana means receiving. That means whatever consciousness arises in the eyes, this Sampadicchana Chitta receive it and pass it to the next Chittas. And the next Chitta is called Sandhirana Chitta, that is seventh one, Sandhirana Chitta or investigating consciousness. Whatever consciousness Chakvinyana reached in this portion of the mind, this Sandhirana Chitta, it investigates what type of object is there from its past experience. It investigates what is this eye consciousness, what is this object that we have seen. So that is called Sandhirana Chitta. And the next Chitta is Votthapana or determining consciousness, that is called Votthapana. So we'll see all these things later. So we should understand this. Out of these seven Abhyagata Chitta, the first five Chitta is called Panchavinyana, or we have got five senses, and out of that we got this five consciousness. And the sixth and seventh one is Sampadicchana and Sandhirana is the mind process. That is one type of mind that is coming, because there are 17 mind process, mind movement. Out of that, one movement is called Sampadicchana or receiving consciousness, and the next is Sandhirana or investigating consciousness. We'll see it later. So these are the 18 type of Ahetuka Chittas, and we have seen today 7 Akusala Vipaka Chittas. And next two, Ahetuka Kusala Vipaka and Ahetuka Kriya Chittas, will learn it tomorrow. Till then, goodbye.